I periodically have people call me and ask me if they can tell their realtor to stop selling their home. The answer is yes. However, you do want to do some research to make sure that there aren't any obligations, or if there are some, that you're also comfortable with what those obligations look like. If you've hired a realtor to help you sell your home, you've likely signed a listing agreement. Or if you've hired a buyer to help you buy a home, you've likely signed a buyer representation agreement. So now it's very important that if you do want to stop working with that realtor, that you pull out that agreement and you just review what the responsibilities are on both sides. They usually have things in there like how long the obligation is for, like meaning how long, months or years you have to work with that realtor. Also, if there are any cancellation clauses in there, what that might entail, and if there's any kind of expense in there or if it's no strings attached. Most of the time somebody would want to cancel with their realtor because they're not happy with the performance, and what was explained up front is just different than the experience that you're getting currently. And I totally understand that. It happens quite often from what I hear. Now, what's really important to understand is, again, what's in that agreement. One thing that we pride ourselves on is our easy exit listing agreement and easy exit buyer agreement. And that means it's in writing that you can cancel at any point for any reason with no penalties whatsoever. And the whole reason that we do that is I believe in consumer choice, and I want to make sure that our customers and clients are having a great experience. And if they're not, I want to be able to give them the right to cancel that agreement at any point in time. And the reason being is it really holds us accountable to doing an amazing job every single day that we wake up. Because we know if we don't, then we might get that phone call from you where you don't want to work with us any longer. And so we obviously want to avoid that as much as possible. You know, we love working with our clients and having a lifetime relationship with them and helping their friends and family. And so this is just something that we put into our agreements to make people feel comfortable in working with us and know that we're going to be held accountable to that agreement. So if you want to pursue talking to your realtor about what's in your agreement, I think the first thing to do is just open communication is always preferred. I would just call them and discuss what's going on, what's on your mind, and just see if there's any kind of resolution or maybe misunderstandings that can be fixed. The second thing is just check that agreement and communicate openly about what a termination might look like, if there's any fees involved or any penalties or anything like that. I think the most important thing is just work towards a mutual agreement. You know, going back to step one, open communication, I would just call them and explain to them what's on your mind and what's going on. And if there are some frustrations or if your situation has changed, maybe you've decided to not sell or buy any longer. You know, there's a lot of things that happen in people's lives that make them want to go buy or sell that happen to change and then they don't anymore. A lot of the times people hire their friend. When they hire their friend, it can be very frustrating that their friend's not fulfilling their obligation, and it can put a strain on your relationship with them. So sometimes when you make that phone call to your friend that's a realtor, they can be very relieved that they no longer have this obligation to you either, because they know that they're falling short if you have frustrations, and they don't want to get that in the way of their friendship. And so sometimes they prefer it to no longer work together for the sake of the friendship, of course. Usually a mutual agreement can come together because reputation is everything. And so if the realtor feels like the reputation might be tarnished, if they try to hold you to some agreement that you don't like, they'll probably let you just to avoid that tarnished reputation. Lastly, just make sure you put everything in writing. You know, if there's a mutual agreement that you come to, just put it in writing, make sure everybody signs it, so that way it's documented very well. Selling your home is a major decision, and you should feel very confident and comfortable with the person that you're working with, because it is such a big financial obligation and also personal decision, and you want the experience to go very well. So if you have any uncertainty of, you know, a past experience that you've had and you might want to work with somebody else instead of somebody you've already worked with, or if you're currently working with somebody that you're not happy with, you know, some of these steps might help you go in the right direction. And if you're looking to interview anybody else because you're looking to make a change, then please check us out at soldwithdave.com, or actually just give me a call personally, and I'd love to talk to you. I hope you have a great day.